And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Bosco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. And Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Welcome everyone to the Inland Sports Show. Before we start the show, make sure you like this video and you've subscribed to the Inland Sports Show YouTube channel. And if you're a local business or organization and you'd like to promote yourself on this show, just send us an email, inlandsportsshow@gmail.com. The show starts right now. Garcia's left-footed. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports Show at Home edition. We've got CBU men's basketball tonight taking on University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. So we're recording the show a little bit early and doing an at-home edition, and we'll be back at the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week. But tonight on the show, really wrapping up some of these winter sports and the state playoffs that we're in now. We're going to talk Centennial boys basketball, your CIF Southern Section Open Division champions. Also San Gorgonio boys soccer, your CIF Southern Section Division 6 champions. Then that championship game was actually played on Monday night, so we got interviews and highlights on both of those. And let's start with the Centennial boys basketball team going for 3 consecutive CIF Southern Section Open Division championships. The Huskies meeting St. John Bosco for the Open Division title. It was at the Honda Center, the home of the Anaheim Ducks in Anaheim for that championship game. Tied at 56, under 30 seconds to play. St. John Bosco has the basketball. You would think holding on to the final shot to try to go for the win. And then this happened. It's our big boost play of the week. Inland Sports. And check it out. Bosco with the basketball. And here comes Aaron McBride of Centennial picking off the pass. Emphatic dunk on the other end at the horn. Time expires as McBride throws it down and gives Centennial the 58-56 victory against St. John Bosco in the championship game. What a dramatic and wild finish in the Open Division Championship. And Aaron McBride playing the game of his life, and the biggest play of the game right there. And that's our big boost play of the week. And speaking of Aaron McBride, we've got an interview with Aaron coming up in just a moment here on the show. But first, we had Chris Schulte was out there covering the game for Inland Sports. He grabbed a lot of great pictures, some of them behind the scenes with the Centennial boys basketball team. So let's take a look at some of our favorite images from Centennial's championship in the Open Division at the Honda Center, and then we'll get to that interview with Aaron McBride. some pretty cool pictures, some behind the scenes from your CIF Southern Section Open Division title. So head coach Josh Giles and the Huskies now take aim on another state championship. After our first round bye, it will begin on Saturday. And here's our interview with Aaron McBride talking about that championship in the CIF Southern Section Open Division and that wild finish, the steal and the dunk to give the Huskies the win. Here is our interview with Aaron McBride. Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you're a local business or an organization and you'd like to promote here on the Inland Sports Show, just send us an email, inlandsportshow@gmail.com. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He is a household name by now. If you saw that steal and the dunk to clinch the CIF title, it was all over social media. It is the one and only Aaron McBride from Centennial High School. And Aaron, CIF Southern Section Open Division champions 3 years in a row. Man, how amazing was it to not only just, win the section title, but to do it that dramatically. I mean, with a steal and a dunk at the horn, at the buzzer.
I mean, it feels amazing, being able to win those games, especially with my guys that I've been with for so long. It feels great. Now, the last part about getting that nice dunk, I mean, it's nice. It's not every day that you get one of those, but we always appreciate higher point wins like 10, 20. But, we make it work in close games.
Basketball is such a funny game. One moment you're thinking, okay, we just need to get a stop here. Bosco's got the ball. We need to get a stop, keep this game tied or maybe get the ball back. And then you just are like, I'm just going to take matters into my own hands right now. We're going to end this thing right now with the steal and the dunk. Like as it happened or maybe just moments after you're laying there on the floor, could you process exactly just what happened so quickly?
It really was just that instinct at that point. I've been playing basketball for so long. It feels more like I only realized really like after the game what I'd really done. Like the tip in that moment, you're kind of just running. You're not really thinking about what you're doing. And then you pretty much attack the basket, not looking at the clock, not looking at the score. You just go.
So, Aaron, now you guys gear up for a CIF State Championship run, and obviously you guys are probably feeling pretty good after winning that Open Division title in the Southern section. But as good as you guys have been, do you feel like you could even maybe be better, going into the state playoffs now?
We can always do better. There's a lot of things we did that game that wasn't perfect. We had a lot of turnovers too. We didn't get to the boards as well as we could have. So that's what we're really working on. We're working on not turning over the ball, getting to the boards, being able to execute our stuff, being able to pressure on defense. Pretty much all the same stuff we work on every day. Just keep working at it.
Aaron, how good did that CIF Southern Section Championship feel? I know, Centennial's won 2 previously. This is the 3rd in a row. But, we had Coach Giles on the show before the season began. And he's like, my biggest thing with these guys is just not letting them get complacent, getting them motivated, getting them hungry to do it all over again. This championship this year, did it feel different? Did it mean more to you?
It means a lot more, especially being your senior year, because, as a freshman, sophomore, junior, you're like, okay, there's always another chance, right? Senior year, you don't have another chance. So you really want to go out with a bang, kind of put yourself out there as your final hurrah in your high school career.
All right, Aaron. So as we look ahead to the state playoffs now, what do you think you guys need to do well to, string together a couple wins in a row and find yourself back in a state title game?
We just need to be Centennial. We always have been, keeping up the pressure, being able to attack the basket, being able to pressure all the way up the court, rebounds, same thing that we do every game. I mean, some games we slip up, but that's why we keep practicing, so we can keep it back up.
All right, Aaron, be honest. How many times have you watched that highlight of the steal and the dunk? Has it just been on replay?
I mean, at this point, I've seen it probably over 50 times at this rate. Because every time I scroll somewhere, it's just there. And then all my friends are showing me it, and they got different angles. It's pretty much everywhere I've been looking for the past 2 days.
Yeah, what was school like on Monday? You guys come back, and you just walking around campus at Centennial, and everyone's running up with their phone. Hey, look, I saw you, or check out this highlight.
Pretty much all the kids that were there really just did that exact same thing. Especially all congratulating me, obviously on the team win, hearing over the speaker system. Pretty much just congratulations all around. Seeing the clip over and over again. They showed me where my foot was when I jumped, how much time it is.
Is it safe to say that was the biggest play in your Centennial career, or the one that you might remember the most when your high school career is all said and done?
Probably. I'm like, there's really nothing else that can top that. I mean, even if there was like another like game-winning shot, it's not really for a championship, especially not your CIF championship, especially not during your final year. So it's like, it's really hard to top that. Really hard.
Yeah, it's like the perfect storm. Like you said, open division championship game. You're playing in a big arena. You're a senior. Like, it was the perfect scenario. This is like what kids dream of, like when they're in their driveway playing basketball with the game on the line and you make the biggest play, you win the championship. Like, I mean, did you have dreams like that when you were a little kid? Did it play out like this?
I didn't really have dreams of this as a little kid because when I was playing basketball when I was growing up, I loved it, but I was more or less not thinking of dunking all the time. I was more like attacking the basket kind of shooter. Even though I was tall, that's probably because my dad likes having me attack the basket more, not necessarily being a dunker, especially when I was a young kid. I did a lot more watching of younger kids, I'd say, so I wasn't really aware how dunks were on the NBA circuit and stuff like that.
All right, Aaron, final question. Going back to that play, I think I saw in another interview, you're kind of tipped off. You kind of knew what Bosco might want to do there. So were you looking for that pass to kind of jump the route, if I can use a football term, jump that route and, come up with the pick there, the steal?
Yeah, I was really just kind of searching for it, especially like near the end there when he started turning around. He started looking like he was panicking a little bit, like he wanted to throw it somewhere or like just jack up a shot. So I was ready to get the rebound or tip the ball, try to get a steal, more or less be on the catch if the guy caught the ball and tried to shoot it. But I ended up having to tip the ball, and so I just went from there.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, just for a championship game, and you're a senior and all that, man. It was just the coolest thing. It was like a Hollywood script that played out on Saturday night at the Honda Center. Aaron, congratulations on the CIF Southern Section Open Division title. I know you guys are still making a state title run here. Big shout out to Coach Giles. He's my guy. I appreciate him hooking this up. And Aaron, best of luck in the state title run.
Thank you again.
You got it. That's Aaron McBride from Centennial High School. You already know because you've seen him all over Twitter and Instagram and all those other places. He's an Open Division champion for the third consecutive season. Inland Sports. All right, the one and only Aaron McBride from Centennial High School. The Huskies now trying to win back-to-back state Open Division championships. And remember, last year they beat Modesto Christian for the state title for the Open Division. So their march begins again this Saturday after a first-round bye. All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. We are going to talk some San Gorgonio boys soccer. The Spartans winning their first ever CIF championship in the rain in dramatic fashion as well. We've got an exclusive interview with Jamil Gutierrez, the only Spartan to score in this game. And they only needed one to win the CIF title. We'll be right back here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Bootsman here, breaking you with a quick 2 cent. Coachable athletes will always be the best athletes. They meet their coach's expectations, they can be pushed harder, take constructive criticism, and don't mind having more responsibility placed on their shoulders. Because of this, they see more playing time, have leadership roles on their team, and have coaches who will rave and rant about them. Being coachable doesn't require talent, it's a skill. You can be a talented athlete on your team, but if you're not coachable, you'll never be the best athlete. Bootsman.
Hello, I am Vanessa Carbajal, Community Recreation Manager from the City of San Bernardino Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. To let you know, the San Bernardino Arts Fest is back. San Bernardino Arts Fest will be held at Court Street Square, right in the heart of downtown San Bernardino, on Saturday, March 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have local performance groups, various artists, vendors displaying and selling their work, San Bernardino Unified School District Student Showcase, novelty items, and of course a variety of food. For those of you who would like to participate as a vendor, go to sbcity.org/parks by February 21st. Artists must be either a San Bernardino or Riverside County resident. For more about the Arts Fest, please call 909-384-5233 or go to sbcity.org/parks. We look forward to seeing you in downtown San Bernardino, coming together as a community to support local artists.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show at Home Edition, and we'll be back in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week. Now we go from basketball in the previous segment with Aaron McBride and the Centennial Huskies to San Gorgonio boys soccer. The Spartans winning their first ever CIF championship in boys soccer. In fact, they had only made it to the finals once before in school history. I think it was about 30 years ago. They did not win that time. It would not happen a second time. Their second trip to the finals, they would get the job done in a game that was supposed to be on Saturday night. Of course, we saw that heavy severe weather with snow in many parts of the Inland Empire. San G taking on Victor Valley, and the Jackrabbits could not make the trip down the Cajon Pass to San Bernardino to play in that championship on Saturday night. So it was postponed to Monday night. In fact, the only CIF championship game on Monday night. We had it live on IEMG. It's already got thousands of views, and it came down to a single goal to give San G the CIF title, and here it was.
Again, Soto and the Spartans trying to push it up. Here they come. Up ahead, Gutierrez gets around the defender. Right-footed shot, and in! Jamil Gutierrez! The goal score for San Gorgonio. And the Spartans take a 1-0 lead.
Jamil Gutierrez, the game-winning goal in the pouring rain, and it would they would only need that one goal. San G wins 1-0, the final score against Victor Valley for that Division 6 title, the first CIF Southern Section Championship in San G history. They just opened up the SoCal Regional State Playoffs. They won their first round game, so they will play again on Thursday at home. They are the top seed, and Victor Valley also in the same bracket, so maybe we'll see a rematch on Saturday for the Division 5 championship in the SoCal Regional. We had a chance to talk to Jamil Gutierrez, the goal scorer for San G in that win, and Jamil talking about just the emotions he was feeling, getting that game-winning goal, giving San G their first CIF championship in school history.
Everything. I mean, hearing the crowd go crazy, and after the game, everybody going crazy, it's undescribable. Coming back from an injury and being able to, bless a team like this. But yeah, I mean, I have all the emotions. Every emotion that you could think of is going through my system right now. But I don't know. I can't describe it. We were in the locker room. I remember this. We were not locker room. We were in a meeting, and they were talking about the ones that were here before us. How they came to the final, and unfortunately they couldn't make it. This it's writing history. I'm gonna be remembering history, and it's like I can't put it into words. But they're gonna remember the whole team. From the defense to the bench. From the goalie, the save that he gave and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. It's like we're engraved in history now, and the best feeling in the world. If your championship team has to have big expectations. Not really. This wasn't really a dream, but a goal. And we did our job. So I don't know what to say.
Man, this is better than imagined. But now we had a goal at the beginning of the season, and we knew we had the team to make a run. It was just a matter of coming together, play as a team, and then finish the job. And we played a pretty good game today. I felt like we dominated most of the game, and we just, we were really close to breaking that game open with another goal. I think it would have broken open, but they never really had many opportunities. We had a few right at the beginning of the game, but I think if we put one of those, I think we would have scored 2 or 3 after. We talk to the boys about the history, and we tell them what a great tradition this school has. And I've been reminding them, hey, we only have 5 CIF titles, and there's a lot of people that care about San G, and about the history of San G. So I told them at halftime, hey, let's go make our history now. And they responded. We played well. So yeah, it feels great to be the first boys soccer team that gets a CIF title for the school. Very special. It's still in my board in my classroom. We had a goal to win CIF from day one, and we didn't have all of our players at the beginning, and we lost 2 out of our first 4 games. But once we had a full team, we only lost once. And maybe it was a good loss. It kind of brought us back to live, and it gave us a little bit more energy. But yeah, from day one, we knew we had the talent. We knew we had the team. Being in Division 6, we knew we had a real good shot at winning it.
Inland Sports. Really happy for Coach Villalobos and the Spartans on the title. Maybe they can add a SoCal Regional Championship as well. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we will look at the girls' soccer playoffs and a potential Ramona versus Carter rematch in the SoCal Regional later this week. We'll talk more about that when we come back here on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Boostman here with a quick 2 cent. Athletes, if you have a coach who tells you things that you don't want to hear, makes you feel like they don't care even though they keep engaging you, doesn't take your excuses, holds you accountable for your actions, challenges you to do more and doesn't gas you up to make you feel special, then you have a coach who genuinely cares about you and has high expectations. Growth isn't always pretty, and good coaching won't always make you feel good, but it's important to know what it looks like so you'll know who's always looking out for you. Boostman.
The City of San Bernardino has implemented a new low-cost sidewalk vending program in hopes of expanding opportunity for community members to start sidewalk vending safely and lawfully. We want everyone to have access to the economic benefits that sidewalk vending brings, but we want to make sure that our sidewalk vendors know the do's and don'ts when it comes to our city. We must make sure that vendors are keeping our residents safe by following general health and safety standards and by following all city rules. Like, did you know to legally sidewalk vend in the City of San Bernardino, you'll need a seller's permit? What about the $1 million general liability insurance that you are required to have? Don't let that scare you. When all is said and done, the cost of the annual permit will either be $64 or $154. We want to help in every way we can when it comes to vendors lawfully running and growing their small businesses. But those who operate without the proper permits can and will be cited. Citations can run anywhere from 100 to a misdemeanor, and repeated violations can result in the confiscation of items needed to sidewalk vend. We do not want this to be you. So, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the new sidewalk vending program, please call us at 909-384-5035, where staff will help you navigate your way to becoming a safe and permitted vendor in our city.
Sports. And as I said last week, I said keep an eye on those old timers like Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, and wouldn't you know it, dang old Kyle Busch found himself taking the checkered flag 400. I think got the race in.
Yeah, I mean, he's been running strong. I mean, he came so close to winning the Daytona 500. I mean, like he said over the radio when it got canceled by the caution, he was like, in 1998, boys, this would be a win.
No, that's what makes it fun. And plus, I mean, to see an outfield with like Mike Trout and Mookie Betts in the same outfield, like that's pretty special too. So it's not an all-star game. So they're actually, like you said, they're actually out there playing. They want to win the game.
It's pretty cool.
Cool. So keep an eye on that. Spring Training World Baseball Classic taking place at the same time. Inland Sports. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show. Let's talk some girls soccer playoffs right now. We just had the CIF Southern Section Championship matches, and now a couple of our local teams in the hunt for SoCal Regional titles. As we go back to the Southern Section Championship games, in Division 6, it was an all-local final. It was Ramona taking on Carter in the pouring rain. This was the scene at Carter High School. Ramona able to win that game by a final score of 2-0, giving the Rams their first ever girls soccer CIF championship. So it was a wet game, but the Rams found a way to put two in the back of the net to beat Carter 2-0 out there. And this was on Friday night. And we, of course, from Friday night into Saturdays when we got all that snow across many parts of the Inland Empire. So it was really cold and really wet, but Ramona getting that win 2-0 against Carter. Now, I bring that up because as we head to Cal Regional Championships, we could have a rematch of Carter and Ramona if things play out the way that we think they leading up to Saturday. Saturday would be the championship match. Now, our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game for the first time in the history of the world. We've got double Kin Sporting Goods games because Ramona and Carter have each reached the semifinals in the SoCal Regional Division 5. Ramona is home against Claremont, the Chieftains from San Diego, and Carter is at home against La Quinta in the semifinals. They both won in the opening round. In fact, Ramona won 8-0 in their first game in the SoCal Regional. But if they both win on Thursday, Ramona and Carter, they would play each other again on Saturday. So we would get the rematch of Ramona versus Carter, and hopefully the weather would be a lot better this time around so we could really see a good match on the field and not in the pouring rain. It was bad out there on Friday night at Carter High School this past Friday night. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Inland Sports Show at Home edition. We will be back in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week. In fact, we're going to talk, I already know we're going to talk some high school baseball, talk some CBU baseball as well. We'll give you an update on the high school basketball state playoffs. Big thanks to Aaron McBride from Centennial Boys Basketball jumping on the show with us and talking about the Huskies winning the CIF Southern Section Open Division title. McBride with the game-winning steal and dunk, and now they try to do a repeat as boys basketball state champions in the Open Division. My name is Pep Fernandez. Stay safe out there. God bless you guys, and we will see you next week on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. And Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust.